Hello guys, this is the DJI Mavic Mini. This is one of the existing DJI products that's been in my arsenal, and we want to see what we could do to make better use of it for this upcoming softball season. We have it. We also have obviously the remote that comes along with it. It is attached to the iPhone 16. And I was having problems with it as recently as this past summer. And I don't know if it was due to usage with, upgrades in the iOS or issues with the firmware, anything like that. So what we've done is we've updated the firmware and we are going to give it a quick test flight. So as you can see, it's giving me the same issues with the updated firmware. I'm going to show you what happens when we try to take off. Let's lay it flat on the... Nope, let's not do that. So we're going to keep it here on the bucket. And we're going to do a quick takeoff. And what it does, it kind of almost looks like it's trying to burrow itself into the ground. You can see that the propeller is cracked already, so I'm going to change these out anyway. But let's just see what's been happening with it. And this thing has rarely been used, right? I've only used it a couple times for recreational purposes, and one time to add footage for a wedding. But, it should not be malfunctioning like this after only a few usages. So let me show you what happens. You can see it tries to burrow itself into the ground and then it just automatically shuts off. So what I'm going to try to do is recalibrate it, change the propellers, and then give it another test. All right, here we are. As we mentioned, we are going to change out the propellers. There's a little propeller kit that I got for the Mavic Mini. I have already attempted to install the secondary propeller kit that came with it. So obviously this was last year and it didn't work out for me. It's still doing the same thing. When you try to take off, it does that leaning to the side deal. So I bought these new propellers, and we will see if the new propellers recalibrating, let's see if that will resolve the issue once and for all. All right, guys, so we have the propellers all off. You can see the old ones here in a little pile. Make sure we got all the screws together here. All right, guys, we have the final result. The propellers are all installed in the appropriate place. And let's see if I can get a little tight here. But each screw obviously has a notch. And what you want to be sure of is the screw is secure down in the knots. It's not raised on the edge, right? So that means that the screw is actually screwed in secure, but you also don't want to over tighten them. So you want to make sure that the screw is in securely, but it's not over tightened. All right. So yeah, the next step is to take it back outside and see if that does the trick. All right, guys, we are back outside. We are actually on a stool. I'm putting it here because what I want to happen is, instead of my propellers just churning into something on the ground or something, like it's been doing in the past, and actually breaking, because what it would do is it would attempt to take off and then it would sink this way. So instead of it just slapping against, this wood or whatnot, I'm putting it kind of right here on the edge of this stool, and we'll see what happens. All right, this is the moment of truth. Takeoff is ready. And what do you know? We are now in business. All it took was a change in the propellers, have them installed correctly, and we are good to go. Let's get you a few shots of the beautiful Johns Creek.